everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. Today's Wednesday as I'm filming this, and this will probably be my only video this week. It's been a really busy week so far, and I'm actually headed out of town tomorrow to go up to Las Vegas for a few days. It's been a while since I've been out of town. Go have a little fun, hang out with some friends, and it's our fantasy football weekend. So we go up there, do our fantasy football draft, maybe golf a little bit, have a few drinks, have some fun and all that. So it is Vegas, we'll do the regular Vegas things. Today I got a bunch of random stuff that I want to talk about. Some sales, some antique booths, some other random stuff going on. Let's get started. All right, first off, what I'm going to talk about is we're getting our roof fixed today. If you've been watching, a few weeks back, we had some rain damage. Had a leak in the roof. Actually, we had 2 leaks. They're up there repairing them now. I'll throw up a couple pictures of the damage that was done. And that was the first pictures that I took. We actually had a couple big rains after that, so I can only assume that there was more damage done up in the crawl space attic area. So this is the first part of the repairs. We're getting the roof done. That's costing about $1,000. And then we got to get some drywall replaced, and we may have some insulation that needs to be either redone or taken out, or I don't know. Somebody's got to get up there and check out what's going on. So I don't even know how much that's going to cost. So quite a bit of damage. Not happy about it, but it is part of being a homeowner. These things happen, and at least it wasn't catastrophic. It didn't crash the roof in, didn't damage any inventory, didn't damage any carpet or anything like that. So overall, the damage was minimal. All right, next thing. I want to talk about a little bit of doing research. Now, last week I showed where I picked up a She-Ra Halloween costume. And I was really excited when I found this because there was only 2 listed on Amazon and they were selling for $100 plus. And when I scanned the barcode for eBay, it only showed 1 available for $123. Really expensive. Mine was a little bit messed up, so I thought that I might get about half of what they were going for. They had a little bit of just package wear and that type of stuff. So upon further research, I look up on eBay and there are dozens of them available for sale. I guess this was a Target exclusive costume, and for whatever reason, when you scan the barcode, it shows 1 available, but when you type it in, She-Ra costume, you can find tons of them. And they were selling for about $30 or so on eBay. Somewhere in there, $25, $35, maybe $40 at the highest. But yeah, there are lots of them. So it goes to show the barcode doesn't always tell the full story. So you'll see me, you'll see a lot of other resellers. Sometimes they'll scan it, they'll tell you, oh my gosh, this is all for $100. I'm making a ton on this. That's not always the case. So I wanted to come back and let y'all know I did sell it. And I did sell it on Amazon, listed it as that it had the little bit of package wear, and I did get $50 for that costume. Now, I'm hoping the client doesn't, or the buyer doesn't complain that they get it. They didn't realize that it had some package wear. But if they're buying it for the costume to wear, for their kid to wear this year, it's great. There's nothing wrong with the insides. But it does show you've got to do your full research. Scanning in the store works, but sometimes you get home and find out that the truth is a little bit different than what you originally thought. All right, the next topic, we're talking a few sales. Now, today I actually only have 3 items that I got to ship out, and one of them is another one of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets. I've been selling a ton of these, and it's one of the things that I do kind of want to talk about a little bit. Now, I have probably bought originally about 150 to 170 sets. I don't remember the exact number of sets that I bought, and I paid $1.50 per set. So I got a lot of them. I did spend a lot of money. Obviously, I spent a few $100s in total for all of these sets, but they've been selling really good for me. I have them in my store for $17.99 plus shipping, and sometimes I send out 10% offers. So I've been selling some around $15, but that's still great price or great profit when you're paying $1.50 a set. But when I bought all these, they had probably another 300 sets available. I just didn't know if I wanted to go and sink basically $500 into a bunch of sets that I knew I would sell, but would probably take months, if not a couple years, to get them all sold. So I didn't buy them all. I probably should have. I had the money available. I could have done it, but I still have a lot of sets available. I think I still have 60 to 80 sets currently available for sale, so I'll be selling these for a while. I'm making good money in these. Probably, we'll just say $10 a set after fees, shipping, cost of goods, and all that. Making an easy $10 per set. I should have bought more, but it is what it is. I'll be selling these for a while. You'll see me popping these up in here. And, it's a great profit item, and I'm still happy about what I got, but maybe I should have bought more. The only other sale that I have going out today is these two blankets back here. And these are actually the exact same blankets. I'll throw it in the pop-up on the screen, but you can see I got two of them. And both of these I bought, I think it was last year when a new Goodwill opened up here in Arizona. And I was there on opening day. I didn't get there right when the doors opened because I knew it would be a crazy mob. I went about a half hour after they opened. Still got a cart full of stuff. And these two blankets were items that I got there. And I think I paid $7 or $8 per blanket on these. And they're alpaca blankets. You'll see kind of a cool square box pattern. And they've been in my store since that day with no bites on them. No offers, no anything. Had them at, I think, $129 each. They're expensive blankets. And they finally showed up on my send offers page. So I said, all right, I'll send out an offer on one blanket. And I sent out for $75. I said, let's send out a really good offer, see if they take it. And they did. So yeah, they bought the one blanket, $75 plus shipping. This is a heavy blanket. I charged $20 for shipping on this. Later in the day, I came back and realized that the other blanket was still on my offer sheet. So I said, let's send another $75 offer, see what happens. The same buyer contacts me and says, hey, I bought the first one. If I buy the second one, will you combine shipping? Absolutely. So I ended up getting $150 plus $25 shipping for these two blankets. It could cost me more than $25 to ship these, but I'm willing to eat a little bit of that shipping cost to get the sale on both of them going to the same buyer. So really great sale here. And yeah, I only had 3 sales, but it was almost $170 plus shipping. I do want to go over a couple other things that sold in the past few days. Like I said, this is my only video I've done this week. A couple highlights from earlier this week. First off, we got a Steve Smith football jersey. This is a Carolina Panthers jersey. Steve Smith, very popular player. Started in like the early 2000s and only retired a few years ago. And this jersey is actually pretty desirable. There was a lot of them sold and not too many of them available. Ended up getting, what did I get? $49.99. I got $50 for this jersey plus shipping. Next is a basketball card. This is one that got graded by SGC. Got this graded just a couple months ago, I think. This is Tony Parker rookie card, got graded a 9. So it could have been a 9.5 or a 10, would both be higher grades than 9. So this was still good condition, just not top of the line. Had it at my store for $120, on offer for $95 plus shipping, and they took it. I did sell one other graded rookie card of Albert Pujols, $160. They haven't paid yet. They have good feedback. I expect them to pay, but you know, you never know until it actually shows up and shows as paid. Now, I did sell one of the giant coloring books that I bought. I bought 4 of these giant coloring books at a local Goodwill. They were marked like $2.49 a piece, really cheap, but I thought they were awesome. I had never heard of this character. It's Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. Never heard of them, but I guess they had a cartoon for a couple years. And I looked on eBay and there's a ton of toys out there and they must have a good following because the sell-through rate was really, really good. Lots of sold items, but no coloring books. I had the only coloring book. This was a big 17 by 22, big massive thing. So I kind of just picked a price that I thought would be fair, and it was $30 plus shipping. Yeah, $29.99 plus shipping. That's the first one that sold. I do have 4 other books. They're not as good, I guess, as Princess Guinevere, but still, it was a really good sale at $30. Next, I sold this Lego Red Beast RC car. Yeah, I didn't know Lego actually made RC cars. I don't know the year. It's not vintage, but it's probably from the early 2000s when they made this. And it was almost complete. I'd say 99%. It was missing like one fender piece and then had a few extra because I guess you could sort of modify it in different ways. I actually did a little demo video for this, put the demo video into my eBay listing so they could go to YouTube and check out the video of how it worked, showed that it did work. It took a while to sell, probably 6 months to a year, somewhere in that range. I don't remember exactly when it listed. But for that one, let me look at the screen. Yeah, same sort of price as the other thing. $50 plus shipping. Cool little RC card. I love Lego stuff. You know, even if it's used, it sells for good money. All right, 2 more items. They are both sports items, but the next one is this Kevin Garnett autograph card. I talked about it last week. I believe I did in a video where I showed I picked it up at a thrift store. They originally had this card marked at $500 and had it in their showcase. No idea how long it was in the showcase for, but they had marked it down to $75. I mean, that's a crazy amount for a store to mark it down. $500 just way down to $75. Looked up comps and saw that they were selling for $250 to $300. There were a bunch out on eBay from $500 to like $800, but no solds in that range. So I see why they originally priced it at $500. Bought it for $75, and it sold just a few days later. Had it at my store for $300. Someone sent me an offer for $250. I countered at $260. and they accepted. So 75 to 260, and it only took a few days. That is a fantastic sports card find, which is pretty rare to find a kind of elite card like that in a thrift store. And the other I'm going to show sort of like the power of like a random kind of junk item. I bought a box of magazines at a garage sale, and I think paid $20 for the whole box. There was a bunch of Sports Illustrateds and local like ASU, Phoenix Suns, Arizona Cardinals type game day type programs. Now a lot of that stuff went out to my antique booth for anywhere from like $2 to $5 per magazine, but there was one that was really good, and it was from 1997, Arizona State University football, and it had Pat Tillman in it, or at least had Pat Tillman on the cover of it. Looked out there at the comps, there was only a couple listed. I think there might have been one sold. So I listed mine pretty high at $40 just for this one magazine. And there's nothing really special about it other than that has Pat Tillman, a very iconic player here in Arizona, on that cover. Just waited for the right buyer. It took less than a year to sell. You know, I don't mind waiting a while if I'm going to get good profit on an item. Ended up getting $40 plus shipping for that magazine. Oh yeah, I'm filming this one out of sequence with the other ones. I actually forgot to do this part. I wanted to give an update. Last week I shipped out a Mark's tin toy. It was this Army Barracks, and I shipped it in this box that I thought was pretty tight. I'll see if I can go ahead and find a little video clip, and I'll show it real quick. Now today I just got the feedback. The buyer received it, was very happy, and left positive feedback. I'll show you that. So I'm really happy. I was kind of concerned the box was a little tight, but yeah, I want to let you know that it all got there safely. And the last topic I want to go over is antique booth. I talk about my antique booth a lot, whether it's just be picking up items in thrift stores to take out there. But I've been doing so good out there lately, and I'm not trying to like brag that I'm doing good. I just want everybody to know that it is a good source of income if you have a good antique mall near you. Look into it. Spend very little time, maybe 5 to 10 hours a month in time spent focused on my antique booth. I drive out there 2 or 3 times a month, put new inventory, straighten up, pick up my check from out there, that type of stuff. I'm already in thrift stores looking for items, so I can pick up items at really no extra time. And then just at home, I got to take out price stickers, clean things up, shrink wrap things I don't want people to steal or open, and that type. So yeah, a very small amount of time, and I've been making really good money out there. I'm going to show you. Actually, I had my biggest sales period ever out there, and I think this might be my biggest total month ever. So he handed my invoice, and it felt very thick. This is the first time I've ever had a 5 pages of sales printouts. I'll just go into the total. This kind of blew me away. I'll show you what the grand total of sales was. See if you can see right there. Yeah, $1,300 is at $58. Almost $1,400 in a 2-week period out of a small, basically a space that's smaller than this office here. I think it's 8 by 10, somewhere's around there. And yeah, $1,400 in sales. Net check after fees, $1,079. And just so you can know the exact fees, my every 2-week rent is $115. I had to pay $25 in credit card processing. It's basically just like paying PayPal fees. They're not going to eat all the credit card fees, so I have to pay them. And then they charge 10% commission on the item, so that's another $135. So net check of $1,079 for 2 weeks out there. The one that I got 2 weeks prior, I had sold over $1,000 as well, just over $1,000. It was like $1,009. So my check, I think, was about $800 somewhere in there. So amazing couple weeks out there. Now there is a reason why I've been doing really good. I've been buying a lot of inventory from my antique booth. I've had a couple local contacts bring me some items, so I bought a lot. I bought a bunch of sports card sets, a bunch of sports card boxes and packs and single cards, as well as pop figures and just everything that goes into my antique booth. I'll throw some pictures up here, some different ones of my antique booth, just in case you've never seen me talk about it or seen me show pictures of them. I really focus heavily, like one side I'm trying to do sports, and the other side like all pop culture and collectible type items like that. It's been a very good recipe for success for me out there. Now I've been doing it for a while, so I've definitely learned along the way. I haven't been making this kind of money out there. When I originally started, my checks would be $100 and $200 when I was first starting. So this has been like I don't even remember how long it's been out there, 4, 5, 6 years that I've had an antique booth now. So it's taken a while to kind of get to this point. I don't know if I can keep up this momentum out there, but you know, while it's going on, I'm really happy and excited, and definitely definitely look into it if you have an antique mall in your area. Definitely a good way to make some money without spending a whole lot of time each month. But one thing I did out there, I got to share this real quick. I'll show you the picture. I was sorting some inventory in there, moving some stuff around, and I found that I left a Goodwill sticker on this bobblehead. Yeah, it was on the, I can't remember if it was like the side of the box and my sticker was on the top. It was a mistake I made. I didn't catch it until I was moving things around, so I quickly took that item back out with me. I've probably done it before where I just forgot to take a price label off something and put it in the store, and it's very tacky. Very tacky to have the thrift store item on there for a couple of dollars and see me selling it for like 10. Wish I didn't, but obviously happened, and I just thought it was kind of funny and I needed to share it with you. All right, like I said, this is probably my only video this week. When I go up to Vegas, I may hit a couple thrift stores. It depends on how much time I have and how everything works out, and whether I'm tired from driving or if I stay up too late. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go to the DIs, the Savers, and the Goodwill. There's a couple not too far from the strip there, and I might go check those out. All right, that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. Hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, and all that stuff. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.